All right, it's November 2023, beginning of November. Just gonna do a quick update on my tank. 32-gallon biocube. It's a little over a year old. Things are going amazing. Growth is still doing awesome. If you look at my older videos, how everything started, little frags, and they're going nuts. I got everything dialed in right now. My calcium alkalinity, magnesium needs to raise. My magnesium needs to go up a little bit. I'll explain that in a minute, but everything else is just steady, streamlined, consistent. And since I've been doing that for months, my acros are going nuts. Everything else is going bananas too, but you can see my acro colonies all branching out and crusting. That's a Walt Disney that's branching out now and doing good. And it's getting like a little bit of orange base finally. Get rid of that green, which is super cool. My bubblegum digi going crazy. It's a green, some sort of stag acro I got. Zoa's still going nuts. Top two back there, they're both the same coral. That's a Cookie Monster Acropora. That thing is nuts. There's a piece that broke off months ago. I just stuck it up there, but I'm gonna have to remove that because I got other acros I'm going to be adding. That is a Pink Floyd Reef Raft. It's got yellow in it with red polyps with the green base when it grows out. It's pretty cool. That is a Solar Flare Millipora by Jason Fox next to it. That is a Jason Fox bird's nest, Enchanted Forest bird's nest. It's got like a bright green stalk base trunk to it with the bluish polyps. Really cool acro. That is my green cap that comes back strong, and it's got like orange polyps in it. You cannot see that on this camera. But my whites are on right now, so a lot of the colors, fluorescents aren't popping because of my LEDs. But you can see my Jason Fox Mean Streak, Monty, Beach Bum, ORAs, Easter Egg Chalice, I believe it's called. And you can't tell the colors, but that thing's like a purple with yellow. It's super cool. Different frags on the bottom. I got a Jason Fox Bloodshot Pally, which I've always wanted. I've always loved that, and it's doing good down there. I'm gonna move it up to the top. And these new acros, so I'm gonna talk about this real quick. These are from A Reef Creation. They just had a live auction on Reef to Reef, and I pulled the trigger and got a bunch of good deals on some SPS. And I will say I was highly impressed, super impressed by their packaging. Unbelievable. And the acros that came are identical to the pictures that they posted on the website, which, you know, they're not overwashed out with too many blues, or they don't show up the same acro that you bought. It's a different one that they cut, or a fresh cut. Some other vendors do. These are the exact corals that I bid on and won, and they are encrusted onto the plugs, every single one of them. I got two more down there in the bottom back. Reef Raft Pink Cadillac and a Sanjay Concord Grape, which I'm super excited about. This is a Reef Raft Canada, Acroland, I think. I can't remember the name of it, but the second one in it, you can't tell the colors because of my lighting. Like I said, the whites are on, but I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but that is a Tyree Merlin staff, and that thing is nuts, man. It's got like purple, orange, really cool. To the just next to that is the ASD Rainbow Millie, which I'm excited about that. And then a Jason Fox Blowtorch. Really good deals. But again, I can't hype it up enough. A Reef Creation, when you order from them, you're gonna get phenomenal packaging. The corals are amazing. They, like I said, colors are vibrant, encrusted onto their plugs, packaged with care. Highly impressed. I will definitely be buying from them again because I've ordered from online vendors, you know, over the years, and a couple recently were fresh cut, super stressed out. There's 2 millies in the bottom down there. You really can't see towards just before the Reef Creation corals, and they necrosed a little bit on the bottom. They were fresh cuts. They're doing good. Their polyps are coming out, and they stopped once they got used to my system, but you could tell they just were the environment that came from, super stressed. I won't dime out the vendor because I have had good success with them in the past. The person I used before I started going, I purchased this last batch from A Reef Creation. But anyways, just to go over the rest of the tank, going good. My other corals are good. That Jason Fox Silver Bullet Monty, going nuts. Photorecordia is doing great. The Jason Fox Raja Rampage, that thing's growing like crazy. I'm running out of room and space to stick these guys. They're having coral warfare is happening. I got other acros fighting with each other I need to get rid of, remove. Mushrooms are doing good. The problem with these is worldwide coral, I think they're Supermans or something, but they are starting to go up the rock work, which they're kind of agitating my zoas and they're heading up toward my SPS. So I'm gonna have to cut these guys back. So I'll be working on that next water change. That is an alien pox Cephastria, a mystique Cephastria. This is a rainbow Cephastria. That one's super cool. I haven't decided where I'm gonna put that bad boy yet. I've had it for a while. But I've been moving some acros around to make room for these guys. That bird's nest, I think I'm gonna move to the back, but Satosa's doing good back there. Garf Ultimate Bonsai. And over here, oh, another thing I got from the auction, that cherry corals, cloudberry chalice behind that Jason Fox jack-o'-lantern. That was for my reef creation too. I can't wait for that one to grow out. I really like chalices, but I got no room, man. It's a branching rainbow Cephastria. That is an unknown green bird's nest I got from somewhere, and you can tell it's hitting that Setosa and winning that fight. So I got to cut that Setosa back a little bit. Cool story about that bird's nest. When I was having a little bit of issues when my nitrates and phosphates were hitting bottom, and I didn't realize it. And a couple of my acros did not like it, and I had a polyp bailout, which some corals will do, specifically LPS, but apparently I guess acros will do it too. When they get too stressed, like for survival, they'll shed their polyps, and in the wild they'll float off and go hopefully attach something with better parameters or conditions for them so they can live. Well, that happened in this tank, and the reason why I know that is because two spots right there on that back wall is where that bird's nest is growing. My fish won't get out of the way. And up top here, on my power head, two little spots where it's encrusting and growing. That's pretty cool. Shows you even in a reef tank in your house, you know, life will find a way, especially these kind of animals, which is what they are. They're living things that have survived in ocean and, you know, a lot longer than we've been alive. And it's pretty cool just to see how they adapt and try to adjust. But since the tank is doing much better, obviously he's much more happy. He ain't shedding any more polyps, so I'm doing a good job making him happy, which is what I'm trying to do. But the system is doing great. Talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm dosing some magnesium now. My levels are alkalinity is at 7.8, calcium is at 440, magnesium was around 1050, which I want it to be around 12 and up a little bit. So I was a little shocked by that because I am doing weekly 5-gallon water changes on a small tank, and I'm dosing Alpha Reef 7 milliliters a day, which has magnesium in it too, but it's not keeping up. So I am doing ESV magnesium. I'm gonna dose 1 milliliter per day until I get my level up to where I want it to be, and then I'll reduce it back. But I'm going slowly like I do anything else. I'm not gonna just jack my magnesium up to 1300 within a 2-day period, because then that would cause my alkalinity and calcium to start swinging, and then that would also, salinity gets increased as well with this type of magnesium because it's got salt in it. So you have to pay attention to that, but start slow, 1 milliliter a day, testing, up it until the course of weeks, I get it to where I want, and then slowly back off and maintain. So that isn't a new thing I'm doing with magnesium. I had another doser set up anyways for it, so, but it's good. Another addition, this bad boy, MP10, with all the acros I'm adding, because I'm turning to an acro junkie again. I used to have an acro dominant tank, and I'm kind of going back that way. I need a little bit more flow. That Higer is doing well, that Tundi does well, but you can see that those acros up top are getting plenty of flow, but these guys aren't getting nearly as much as they probably need. And when I add these bad boys up top, I want to make sure they're getting adequate flow. So I don't know if I'm going to take out that Tunzi or not, or leave it in there with the MP10, and I'll adjust, and I can dial back the power. But anyway, sorry I was moving the camera around. But also another thing I'm doing, I'm dosing some Replenish for trace elements. My Alpha Reef doses trace, but it doesn't dose, you know, a ton with the amount of core load I have, and I'm not dosing a lot of Alpha Reef. I'm only dosing about 7 milliliters a day, so I wanted to add a little extra. Again, going super slow. I only dosed about 0.1 milliliters a day. Watch my tank. I'm up to 0.2 now. Same thing. Don't want an algae outbreak. I don't want to over add trace, which could be a problem. Increasing phosphates and stuff. I'm just trying to get the most color and happiness out of my fish and corals. So, but I'm also still dosing this. I've been dosing this for months and months. I do 2 milliliters of Acro Power a day. This is good stuff. And that's basically amino acids. So keeps my nitrates at between 5 and 10, which I'm happy with. Phosphates at 0.03. Every system's gonna be different. That's the sweet spot for this system, 7.8 alkalinity for me. That's where it's settled at, and that's where I'm okay keeping it, around there. Calcium 440, good with that. Magnesium, increasing that just slightly to get it up to around 12 again, or at least just around there. And yeah, other than that, everything else is going good. I'll try to give another update in December, maybe January, but tank is doing good. We'll see y'all next time.